So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to a new video. In this one today, this is going to be the Manchester United versus Spurs preview for our big game on Sunday. A massive game for both sides at Old Trafford. And also, my reaction to last night's Europa League game as Manchester United drew 1-1 with FC Twente in our first game of our Europa League campaign. So if you guys do go on to enjoy this one, please like, please subscribe, and please comment your thoughts down below on what you saw last night, what went wrong for Manchester United, and also let me know your thoughts and score predictions for the game on Sunday, which now becomes an even bigger game than it was against Spurs at home. So let me know your thoughts down below. But let's get straight into it, guys, and talk about that game last night against FC Twente, which nobody really saw coming. I thought it was a really nice game, a nice warm-up for Spurs. Quite a strong team on the day, and I thought, you know what, we'll put a couple of goals past Twente. I want to see a good performance. I want to see a positive one on the front foot. And we played well for the first 20 minutes. We were struggling to break them down a bit. They were defensively solid. But Manchester United got that first goal through Eriksen. Well taken goal. And to be honest with you guys, he's playing really well at the moment. He's playing himself into form. And he's got to be a question mark for further games going forward, because this is the Eriksen I want to see week in, week out now. I know he's playing at a very low level against Twente, but he did look good last night. Has looked good every time he stepped on the pitch this season. So that was a positive up until we gave away that ball for our goal. But yeah, that goal went in, well taken goal. And from there, I thought we were going to cruise home. I thought that second half we were going to score 2 or 3 more goals. But it just went downhill. Twente got back into it and they were becoming the better team. They were creating the better chances. And for their goal, I don't know how any player in our team didn't just think to themselves, do you know what, he's gone past 2 or 3 already, snap him. Absolutely snap the guy. Agate comes in, really good challenge. Eriksen thinks he's got about 24 hours on the ball, gives it away. But how 3 or 4 of these players are allowing one player to walk through our midfield and our defence from their box, you just can't give away a goal like that. It's criminal defending. It's criminal midfielding. You can't concede a goal like that. You can't allow a player to run through our whole midfield like nobody was there. Normally, we don't have a midfield anyway, but we looked good in midfield last night, and we still allowed him to run through it like nobody was there. Shocking. Absolutely shocking how we conceded that. And after that goal, we never looked like scoring. We had a good chance towards the end from a corner where Maguire knocked it down. But, it's just so concerning because, once again, it's another uninspiring performance. Bruno Fernandes, Erik Ten Hag, please sub the guy and stop this favouritism with players. Rashford last season, I don't know how many games he was playing ass. Always started, never got taken off, and now the same's happening with Bruno Fernandes. I don't know if he's just scared to change it. I don't know if he thinks to himself that Bruno's our best player, and if we take him off, we'll probably look worse. Is he scared of Bruno Fernandes? These are the times, like when players are not playing well, these are the times where you just say to them, do you know what, you're not playing well, I'm going to make a decision to put another player in for you and see if it improves. Put Mount in there and see if we get a better performance. If not, fair enough. Keep Bruno Fernandes in there. But you have to try it when these scenarios come up. When players aren't playing well, they can't be rewarded with another performance. We saw it last year with Rashford. You kept on rewarding him for bad performances and he never improved. And so far, Bruno Fernandes, so far this season, has been terrible. Has not impacted the game at all. He's never looked in any of the games he's played so far this season. Like, he's a shadow of himself at the moment. I don't know what it is, because he's such a key player for this team. And I absolutely love him. But he has to be subbed. Just drop him for a game, please. Let Mason Mount play, who really started the season really well. And other than that injury, probably would have been in the side. So just try it. Drop him. He's not Ronaldo. He's not Messi. You can't play him every game. It's so frustrating because you see him on the pitch, he's struggling. He's really struggling. His passing's not there. He's not creating chances. And that shot as well, right at the end, 95th minute. And you're shooting from a free kick where you should be just dipping it in the box. Serious conversations need to be had about Bruno Fernandes right now, because he is not at it, and he can't be getting this treatment like Rashford was last season. It's not fair for others, and it's not fair for the team. And if it carries on, you're going to end up sacking yourself, Erik ten Hag. You really are. You were so close from the sack last season because you had this favouritism of Rashford. Don't do the same thing again with Bruno Fernandes. Even though he's your captain, even though, you pay him the big bucks, he's one of the most paid players in our team. It doesn't matter though. It does not matter. Don't be scared to sub him. Don't be scared to drop him, because you in yourself have to make the right decisions for the team, because you are also a problem with this club at the moment. Because once again, when the going gets tough, we have no idea how to change the game. It's all well and good playing well at points in the game, taking a 1-0 lead, but then you just drop off. And then when another team gets on top of you, absolutely no idea how to change the game. The subs, they're negative at the moment, they're not making an impact, and they're way too late. Like, what is going on right now? I don't understand it, because it was a strong lineup, and you cannot be drawing to FC Twente at home, and in the second half, looking a beat side at 1-0. You can't. I don't get it. It's unbelievable. So uninspiring. And, there were a few key players on the side. Mazzarri, again, put in another really solid performance. I mean, I thought Manu should have started the game, and he came on way too late to make an impact. I wanted Højlund to start. I wanted Mason Mount to start just for minutes, because there's no point throwing him in on Sunday when you could have got minutes out there for them in the game against Twente. That would have been the perfect time to play Højlund, to play Mount, who are back from injury. I don't get Ten Hag. I really don't. Some of the decisions he makes are so odd. Like the one where he dropped Rashford for that Crystal Palace game. It was, the Palace game, when you're playing him into form. But you keep on playing Bruno when he's out of form and he's not playing well. I don't get this guy. And he comes out saying, oh, it's football, we go again another day. No, you don't go again. You change things. You try and make an impact now. You try something different to try and, turn these bad performances into good ones. That's all I want to see. I want to see my team play good football. I want to see my team dominate these teams. But we can't do it against FC Twente, a number. Like, they were celebrating like they won the league. It's so poor at the moment. It's so poor. We've not started the season well. This was, again, a chance to build some momentum into the Spurs game. But now we're going into it with pressure on our backs. We're going into it with the game on Sunday being an even bigger one than it was. We lose that, sour. It turns sour, I'll tell you that now. And our next run of games include Tottenham, Porto away, which again, Jesus, at the moment, we ain't getting out of that with 3 points. Aston Villa away. The way Aston Villa are playing, they're ridiculous, aren't they? And then Brentford after that at home. And then Fenerbahce away. So these next couple of games, really for me, are going to determine whether Ten Hag stays or goes. I don't think they're going to take much more in Ineos. Because you can't be taking these results back. You can't be at home to Twente and be drawing to them. You have to be going there and beating Palace when you're dominating and on top. Oh, it's so frustrating, guys. But let me know your thoughts down below. As we know, Ten Hag still has the backing. Apparently, Ineos wants to wait until he's got a fully fit squad back together. Euro returns from injury. Højlund gets back to 100%, and he has all of his players available before making a decision. But Ineos want to see performances. They want to see results. I mean, not performances. A performance would be very nice, but we need to start getting results, because we've not started the season well, and this is the season where Ten Hag will really get judged. When he's got a full fit side, when he's got the players he's wanted. Yeah, this will be the season. The next run of games, I fear for this side. I really do. Because they're not a side which can turn things around in a one-off game. They're a confident side. That's what I call this Manchester United team, a confident side. If they don't have confidence behind them, if they don't have momentum, they struggle. They can't pull out the bag. And I'm really fearing for the game on Sunday now. Old Trafford will be rocking. There'll be a lot of pressure. And at the end, if we lose that game, there'll be boos. Things will turn sour. Because you cannot be losing that game at home after these last couple of results. So yeah, absolutely shocking, guys. But let me know your thoughts down below. But yeah, Sunday, Manchester United taking on Spurs, guys. Really interesting game. Obviously, Spurs have not started the season good like Manchester United. If you take a look at their last couple of results, my editor is on holiday, so I won't have anything on the screen for you guys, unfortunately. But if we go back to the last couple of results, they drew to Leicester start of the season in a 1-1 draw. Then they thrashed Everton 4-0. They lost to Newcastle. They lost to Arsenal. Just about got through Coventry. And then they picked up a win last weekend against Brentford. Dominic Solanke scoring his first goal. So, you know, they've got a bit of confidence behind them now. And they're in a position where they need to turn a corner as well. So it's going to be really interesting on Sunday how they set up against us. Because looking into it, if I was that Spurs manager, I'd be thinking, do you know what? We can play that high line against United. We can definitely get at this team at the moment. They don't have much confidence behind them. They have pressure on them. An early goal for Spurs, Jesus, there'll be a lot of chaos and a lot of pressure on Manchester United. And from then, if we do concede an early goal, I don't think we turn it around. I really, really don't. So we've got to be on it from the start in this game. The players have to turn up as well. If Bruno Fernandes starts, my God, there'll be even more pressure on him than there is on Manchester United to get a result, because he needs to start putting in performances now. Eric Ten Hag as well, he came out the other day and he basically said after the Twente game, there's pressure on him as well, which I kind of liked when he came out and said that. He said, I need to turn it around as well. It's just not on the players, basically. That's what he was saying. And I want to see him start a team with confidence. I want to see him change a few things in this team for Sunday. Yes, of course, he's going to get people against him either way. If he starts Mount and not Bruno, people are going to be, oh, yeah, no, that's your captain. And other people are going to say, do you know what, he deserves to be dropped. That's just how it is. But he's got to focus on himself now, and he's got to make sure he makes the right decision. I do think, actually, you do play Bruno in a game like this. I think what Ten Hag will think is a lot of people will go very hard on him if he doesn't start Bruno in a game like this. So I think in a game against Spurs, where you're going to have a lot of the ball, you're going to have a lot of space as well, because that high line, you're going to create a lot of chances. We need Bruno in this side for those long balls, through to the likes of Rashford, through to the likes of Diallo. And I really think if we can get Rashford and Amad Diallo or Garnacho or whoever starts on those wings on the ball as often as possible, we are going to be very dangerous, because easily one ball behind Spurs and we're through. And we know the pace we've got on the front with Diallo and Rashford. We know we've got Xerxes as well, who, again, you get him through, he's going to get onto the ball. And I'm hearing a bit of criticism for Xerxes as well. But what I'm seeing, he's not an out-and-out goal scorer. He's not going to score you 20 to 30 goals a season. But he does all of the other bits which you want a striker to do really, really well, other than put the ball in the back of the net. He's one of those, he called himself a 9.5, but his positioning off the ball, he links up really well. His link-up play the other night against Twente was fantastic. And from what I'm seeing so far this season, we really need to get the ball to him as much as possible. He drops deep to receive it, and he creates a chance for maybe a Rashford or maybe a Amad Diallo. So we definitely need to see more end product from him, but I do think that will definitely come. I know it's been like 5 or 6 games already, and he really hasn't made an impact other than that first game of the season where he got his goal. But I just want to see a little bit more. Now, I'm still seeing enough from him. The playmaking, dropping deep, getting himself into good positions. But I want to start seeing those goals now. It's really, really important that we do. But, Garte has to start as well. And there was some criticism for Garte, which I just think is absolutely mad. He's just got here. Yes, he played some dodgy passes last night, but overall, you can't judge a guy off 2 games, can you? This is just some people. This is just our fan base at times. You're never going to get popular with our fan base. It's just not what they do, really. They go in on players as soon as they play bad, but we have to give a guy time. I know he's going to be a really good player. I know he's definitely going to be an asset to this team. So, I'm really excited to see him. But, Agate and Kobe Mainu have to start. But saying this, I will put my team on the screen now. So guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. So that's my team going into the game on Sunday for our game against Spurs. Let me know your thoughts down below. As you can see, I've kept it very similar to last weekend, but of course Agate starting for me. I definitely think he should start this game now. He should have started last weekend, to be honest with you guys, but I don't know why he didn't. But he has to start now on Sunday against Spurs. It's a massive game for him to come into as well. So I think he would love a game like this. He's a very rash player. He gets what big games are like. So I would definitely throw him into this one and let him start alongside Mainu. The back four stays the same. I'm loving this back four. I think we've got a really, really balanced back four now. I'm really liking how Mazraoui and De Ligt are settling into the side. They're breathing confidence right now. They're playing really well. De Ligt's had a big impact so far. Mazraoui looks a bargain. And of course, Martinez and Dalot on the other side, they're working really well together as well. Dalot's always consistent. I mean, he's not really started this season that well. I'm sure he's going to improve. And same with Martinez, to be fair. They've both been a bit dodgy at points. Gave away silly challenges, silly fouls, silly passes made, but they've got to improve a bit. But yeah, I'm liking this defence. And of course, the front line, I don't think Bruno Fernandes will be dropped. I will be massively surprised and shocked if someone like Mount plays over him or something like that, because that would be a big decision from Ten Hag. I just don't think in a game like this you drop Bruno. I think he'll be too key to drop, especially for a game against Spurs with the high line like I was talking about, because we need Bruno for those long balls. So, I mean, I'll definitely start him in this one, even though he should be dropped from recent performances. I just think it's too much of a risk to drop him in a game like this and expect Mount to come back in after or fresh from an injury and have a big performance. I don't think it happens. And then obviously I've gone with Rashford, Amad Diallo and Joshua Zirkzee starting up top. I think Højlund, over the next couple of weeks, he'll come off the bench a lot and he'll get back up to full fitness before starting games. But again, I do think Højlund should be starting over Zirkzee at the moment, just because we're not seeing too much from him. But then again, I do think Joshua Zirkzee offers you more off the ball than Højlund does. So you've got to take that into consideration. If Joshua Zirkzee starts scoring goals, then it'll be one option who you play, and that's Joshua Zirkzee. But yeah, I think what he offers off the ball in that space is a lot different to what Højlund can offer you. And in a game like this, I do think you want Joshua Zirkzee playing as well. So yeah, that's my team going into it, guys. Let me know your thoughts down below if there's any changes you guys would make. We know Spurs' threats. You got Son, who again is always dangerous. Solanke, he's haunted us enough times playing for Bournemouth. Again, really good goal scorer. Got his goal last weekend. He's going to be buzzing off that one. Maddison as well can always just turn into form at any point. Again, I don't think he's been that good for Spurs since he joined, but he's a very dangerous player. Kulusevski, if he starts, can cause us problems. They've got a very good defence as well, even though they play the high line. They have some wicked defenders. Pedro Porro, Mickey van der Ven, I absolutely love as a player. Romero, I absolutely hate him, but he's a good player. So, yeah, they have a lot of good players on that side, similar to us. So it's going to be a very, very interesting game. Both teams under pressure. Both teams not started the season well. Both teams with a point to prove. So this one, it could go either way. If Manchester United are not up for it, Spurs will definitely take advantage. But Manchester United at home, especially at home, in front of those fans, have a lot of pressure on them and have to deliver on Sunday. If they don't, things will turn very, very sour very, very quickly. And again, Spurs, you can't lose to Spurs at home, can you? Let's be honest. It's Spurs. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below. But yeah, my final score predictions, I'm going to say Manchester United to win this one. I'm going to say 2-0. I don't know why. I think we're not going to concede. Actually, we've been keeping clean sheets, haven't we, really? So that's probably what's going on in my head. I'm thinking we'll keep a clean sheet here, get a couple of goals. But Manchester United right now have a massive goal-scoring problem, and we have to solve it. We've got to start converting these chances. We've got to start focusing as well, because we can't just go 1-0 up and drop the game like we did against Twente, like we have done previously, because that's a massive problem in this side as well. We just switch off when we score. I don't get it. Confidence, and you've got to be switched on for the 90 minutes for the whole game. You really have to, especially in these big games like this when there's pressure on you. So yeah, there's a lot that needs to change with this team, and Erik ten Hag is the only one that can fix that. The players have to do it on the pitch, but the manager has to make the right decisions as well. And hopefully we can do all of that on Sunday and come out with a positive performance. So yeah, 2-0 I'm going. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.